All right, we're getting ready for top alcohol qualifying session number 2. Jim Hammond over on the far side in the April's Dream Lucas Oil top alcohol dragster. Jim's your number 1 qualifier, 244 earlier on this afternoon. And he'll be up against Jake Morton, Morton Racing. The team out of Taft, California. So we're here at Avenal Sand Drags, Avenal, California, from 2018 Avenal Sand Drags Spring Nationals. You're watching the National Sand Drag News live stream presented by Good Vibration Motorsports. As the teams get ready to fire up, and they're given the signal to start up by race director Chachi Zavala. So Jake Morton will be here in the near lane, Jim Hammond in the far lane. Strong runs there on that one. 245 for Jake Morton. 245 at 136. 249 for Jim Hammond. So great job by the Morton at 245. Good job, guys. 245 at 136 for Jake. 249, 141 for Jim Hammond. So Jake, he's just 1/100th of a second off of Hammond's earlier 44 lap. So top alcohol cars are flying this weekend. Really good lap for both teams. So great job by Bob and Garth, the whole team over there. We got a little bit of JB Motorsports, Joe Betancourt assistance there. 245, great lap. All right, top eliminators. Well, maybe top eliminators. Gotcha. Okay, so Pro Gambler will be out next. We're gonna go to, this would be round number 4 of the Friday Pro Gambler. We're down to, I believe it's 6 cars. Started with 40 here. It may be 5, we'll see. So I see we got Bill Meany, Kenny Hayes, Chris Wells, Charlie Johnson. I think there's another car hiding over there I can't see, so. We are at Avenal Sand Drags, Avenal, California. Watching the National Sand Drag News live stream presented by Good Vibration Motorsports. I want to give a big thanks to the fine folks at Good Vibration Motorsports for all of their support throughout the 2018 Sand Drag racing season. Be sure to go to goodvibesracing.com. Check out all they have to offer. Also go to their Facebook page at Good Vibration Motorsports. All right, we got cars started. So, your first pair, Bill Meany over here in the near lane out of Riverside. 440 the dial. Charlie Johnson out of Hemet on the far side. 448 the dial. Paracheat facing off here. It's a round of 5 cars for the Friday Pro Gambler. 40 cars we started with, down to 5. Bill's in first, putting her in deep. And Bill Meany pulled the trigger just a little early, turning on the red bulb. Look at Charlie Johnson, dead on with an egg. Dead on 0, 448.0 on the 48 dial. Charlie Johnson going down to the round of 3. Next up, Chris Wells, near lane. Injected small block Chevy powered buggy up against Dennis Wright. Hammer down bracket team. Small block power, of course, for Dennis Wright. Dennis Wright turned it red over on the far side. Chris Wells, 354 on the 50 dial. They'll advance on to the semifinal round. And now with the bye at 5 cars, it's Kenny Hayes for the Jeep out of Buckeye, Arizona. And Kenny Hayes, 350 with a 0 at 91 miles an hour. A nice lap there, 50 on a 48. Right where he wants to be. So we're down to 3 in the Friday Pro Gambler. And it's 3 of the toughest bracket racers out here on the West Coast. These 3 have probably had the most wins within the last couple years. It's going to be Charlie Johnson, Chris Wells, and Kenny Hayes coming back for the semifinal round in the Friday Pro Gambler. Well, guess what? There's the staging lanes back there. As you can see, top eliminator cars filling in. We've got 12. We should have at least 12 cars this session. In the first session, Q1, we had 10 cars roll up for the session. Mark Puños and Terry Crawford, or not, Mark Puños and Jim Rossi both were here but did not make the run, so we should have 12 for this round. Not sure if we got any more on the road showing up tomorrow. But a really nice field here in Top Eliminator this weekend. Round number 1 of qualifying, Vicky Hall was your top qualifier at 295 with a 3 thousandths off the dial, off the index there. So a really, really nice layup for Vicky Hall to set the bar that everybody's going to have to chase here in qualifying. We want to run as close to 2.950 as possible, and Vicky was just 3 thousandths of a second in that number. top eliminator going to be coming at you here in just a few moments. Looks like we got some water on the track. Tractors are going to head down. And we'll be ready here at Avenal Sandbags in Avenal, California. 2018 Avenal Sandbags Spring Nationals. Looks like they're going to do a double clean here of the track, so or make sure everything is just right for top eliminator action. These guys and gals going in excess of 100 miles an hour out there in the 300-foot track, so they'll make sure everything is just right for them. Pretty interesting weather day here at Avenal Sandbags. We got a pretty good tailwind going down the track, as you can see on the flags over on the Motorsport Safety Solutions pickup truck. Big shout out to Dave and Bill out here this weekend, taking care of everybody. So be sure to like and share this video, get as many people on here as we can for this second qualifying session, a top eliminator here today. Always great action when the top eliminator cars hit the track. And a variety of vehicles in the category: dragsters, altereds, buggies, small block, big block, clutch cars, automatics, a lot of different configurations here. Kind of interesting. The first two races of the season have both been won by small block cars. Small block Chevy Power for Vicky Hall. She was the winner back in February at the Saboba Casino. And last month, March, it was Jeff Liston in the Sand Bomber. So a couple of small blocks. I started off the season on the right foot. The old small block mafia going at it. So we'll see if the big blocks can get their revenge this weekend. Yes, a lot of tough cars out here this weekend. Looks like our first pair out will be Mark Punios making the trip in from Las Vegas. Fast Track Construction. Big shout out to Mark. Big supporter of us here at NSDN. See what Mark can do here in this session. And Mark will be up against Aaron Bailey. Aaron, we're up here in Central California area. For Aaron and Nikki, the whole team over there. Chevy powered dragster. Aaron made his debut last month at Saboba. Put down a nice 3:10 lap throughout the course of the weekend, his best so far in the car. So we'll see. We'll see if they can step it up this weekend. That car definitely has a lot of potential. So we'll see what Aaron can do. Aaron will be over on the far side. So like I said, we've got Top Eliminator Q3 coming up next. Then we've got Pro Mod. And then I believe Sally Rasmussen will be up again with the Fast Forest car. Then we've got 3 cars left for the Friday Gambler. And then we've got the 395 Index class. 395 Index qualifying and eliminations. They'll be up after we get through with this qualifying session. Alright, tractors are coming back. Looks like they're ripping the track pretty good here. Get ready for more racing. temperature is probably in the high 70s. I would gauge right now. Somewhere in the high 70s. It's a little warm right where I'm standing. We're standing protected by the tower here, as the wind is just ripping through here if you're standing away from it. So this is a good spot to stay and not have to deal with the wind, but it is a little warm, so a trade-off, but it's all good. So it looks like we're ready for the first pair, a top eliminator qualifying session number 2. Mark Puños, first pass of the weekend for the team out of Las Vegas, and Aaron Bailey. Aaron made one pass earlier. See if he can improve on his number from the first session. He ran I believe it was a 316. Yeah, no, Aaron ran a 322 in the first session. So we know that car definitely can go quicker. We'll see what Aaron can do here. So Mark Puños and Aaron Bailey, your first pair. They're given the signal to start. Okay, on the left side, Mark Puños goes 320, 3.20. Almost sounded like Mark didn't shift down there. Definitely not what Mark was looking for. 328 was the number for Aaron Bailey. 328. Alright, next pair. It's going to be the Sand Bombers, uplifting out of Las Vegas. That's your winner last month in Sabova, and he will be facing off with Mark Whitmore. Mark with Whitmore Speed Custom out of Lemoore, California. Mark will be over on the far side next. Great looking halter. All right, 312 for Jeff Liston. So no improvement for Jeff there. Not sure what happened to Mark Whitmore. Weird deal over there. He brought it up on the two-step and didn't go anywhere. So I'm not sure what happened to Mark there. Looks like he's getting out of the car. I don't know if they... All right, so they're going to tow him off the track. Tough break for Mark. Hopefully they can get it fixed up and get back out here to finish off the weekend. Mark's got a little different motor combination this weekend. See what he can do. Mark, a big part of the Avenal Sand Digs crew here. He helps with the track prep and make sure the track is nice and smooth for everybody. So we'll hope to see him back out tomorrow for more qualifying in the top eliminator class. So the next pair, top eliminator, getting ready to go. It's going to be Andy Oliveira will be over here in the near lane. And his blown altered up against Jim Rossi. Jim in the bad toy. Jim actually had a brake line issue this morning when they got the car out of the trailer. Had to run to the parts store here in downtown Avenal. Got some parts, got it fixed back up. So Jim Rossi ready in the bad toy. All right, looks like we're gonna run the track juice here real quick. See something in the track they want to smooth out, so we'll get ready for our next pair. Get the rest of the top eliminator cars loaded in the lanes there. So the story we're getting is that Mark Whitmore, when he brought it up on the two-step, they kicked the burst panel out. So that's why Mark didn't go down the track. That should be an easy fix for him. So we'll see Mark back out here tomorrow. So we had some tough customers sitting over here ready to go. See if anybody can beat that 295 with a 3. So anyways, you're watching the National Sand Rig News live stream presented by Good Vibrations Motorsports. I want to thank Jim and James and the whole crew over there at Good Vibrations Motorsports for all their support. Be sure to like at Good Vibrations Motorsports on Facebook. They have some awesome drag racing content on their Facebook page. Definitely worth the like. You get a lot of great content put in your news feed. So be sure to go like at Good Vibrations Motorsports. Great to see Jim and James getting their funny car out last weekend on the asphalt. They do a great job. So give a big shout out to all of them. So we're here at Avenal Sand Drags in Avenal, California. We get ready for the rest of top eliminator qualifying. We also have Dave Huffman's Pro Mod Jeep back there getting ready to make another hit. Dave's up here to do some testing this weekend. Ran a 303 on his first pass. Definitely showing some great potential. Jimmy DePass Made a pass in it at Saboba last month and ran 289, so that card has a ton of potential in it. Jimmy said that if that pass felt like it was even quicker than his own car, but he had to shut it off early. He started drifting a little bit and didn't want to take a chance driving somebody else's car, so we'll see what Dave can do here this weekend. Sure, he's got some big numbers in it. So like I said, we're down to 3 cars in the Friday Pro Gambler. And then we've got the 395 Index class. Looks like they got a little bit of a wiring issue they're working on up here on the starting line. All right, guys. Well, it looks like we're going to have a little bit of a break here as they chase a little problem up here on the starting line. So we'll be back here in a few minutes to finish out this round of qualifying for Top Eliminator, as well as we'll stay alive through the rest of Pro Gambler and 395 Index Eliminations. So thanks, guys. Be sure to check back. Like I said, we'll be back. It probably isn't going to be a long break. I'm thinking somewhere around 15 minutes for the continuation of Top Eliminator qualifying. Thanks, guys.